Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we're going to be putting a sump pump down in a crawl space. You can see the area here. We're going to pull this plastic back, and even though they have a discharge line here, it's not working, and this area has been flooding really bad. So we're going to go ahead and put a sump pit in here and drill through the wall right here and send it right outside and let it discharge outside. This is something that the homeowner could do themselves. It takes a little bit of time and labor, but you can definitely do it. So the first thing that we're going to do is just pull some of this gravel back, get it out of the way. We'll probably use that along the side of the pit. We brought some more gravel of our own as well. As you can see, just scrape it away. And down there in the corners where we're going to be digging, we're actually going to be putting that dirt into buckets and carrying the dirt outside and getting rid of it. So while they're digging the pit on the inside, we've got to find and make a measurement here on this brick. This is a facade, so in other words, there's one brick here, and then we actually have a cinder block behind this. So it's quite deep through here. We've got to make a really exact measurement so that we can get a good hole that goes right through this wall. So we're starting to make a little progress here. Again, homeowner can do this themselves, but you can see it's a tight space in here, and you just got to have the right tools. You just take out a little bit at a time. What we're doing is we're filling up buckets with dirt. We take that out to the opening of the crawl space, and we pour it in the wheelbarrow, and then we take it away.
So we've made our measurement to where we want to core through this foundation wall. Remember that this is a brick facade. That means that there's one brick, and then there's going to be something behind that brick, which is cinder block. And we're using a Bosch hammer drill with a 2-inch diamond core bit, and it bores right through there. It makes a perfect hole, just a perfect hole.
So that's through the facade, through the first brick, and now we're going to go through some block. There's actually a void between the block and the brick. Serves as insulation. That's through the one side of the cinder block. Now we have to go inside and make the same measurement so that we can come through this wall. So we've got a pretty good hole going on here. Gerald's getting a little bit wider, but you can see that there's just not a lot of room. When you lift that shovel up, it starts to hit those joists. So you just got to be careful. You don't want bloody knuckles. So kind of hard to see in here because I took the light out so I can have electricity for our drill. But right here is a hole that I poked through with our pry bar. And I'm going to go ahead and try to core through here. And it went right through. So, should be able to see our pipe on the other side over there. Come a little closer. And you can see we have a nice hole that we're going to push our pipe. Okay, so you can see we've got our discharge line coming through the wall. Nice, clean cut through there. Still got to clean out our pit. Pump will be down the bottom. Pumps the water up, out through the discharge, and we'll discharge outside. Again, a little bit of labor in here, but not too bad. Takes a couple of hours, and you'll get it. I've already plumbed our discharge. Remember, we're just coming and putting it on the ground here at this house. That's all they wanted to do. So, straightforward. We're going to go ahead and glue that up. A little glue around the outside of the pipe. We're going to push it on here and hold. A couple seconds. That's done. We're going to push it back into the wall a little bit so it looks good. And that's done. This is what the finish looks like. Normally we would go down underground, across, hook up to this downspout, put it underground, and go out to the street. That's the way it's supposed to be. But sometimes cost is an issue, and this is what they decided to do, just this much. So here's our sump pit installed. You can see we've brought that back up to grade here. And we've got our Zoeller M53 inside, check valve, comes up, comes through the wall, and goes out. We're going to put the lid on it, and we're done. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day. Opening of the crawl space. You can see it's kind of a tight opening to get in. We'll actually be crawling in here. Let your eyes adjust. Light will come back a little. But up there in that front corner, we are going to be installing the sump pit. We'll be pulling back that plastic, and that's where we'll be excavating. We'll get started on that right away.